Okay, we have a chopped up week this week, but maybe that's a bad adjective. Let's have a week filled with peace and take what the market's doing right now with a grain of salt with year-end flows and low liquidity. Uh, I've said before, it's not the best time to be trading or be heavily positioned, but I think we have a real nice case for when if and when we take out 117 in euro for it to be an add-on. We sold it this day. You should have taken partials and have break-even stops in. If you want to be conservative, I'm thinking it might end up being something like this. Let me show you, like a descending triangle. But anything can happen this time of year. Like, we're probably not there yet, but say we fail, you know, I didn't do fibs on this. That would be the triangle look. And then you break down under 117, it takes it down to 116. And then we should be on our way to lower levels. So 117 is a key if you're flat. And one way you could enter it is if you're not there, you just put in you know, sell €1, 116.95 stop and let the market trigger you in on a breakdown. And then if it closes back above 117 that day, you just get out of the way. But at least you're short if we have a breakdown and on your way to at least, 1620, and maybe this turns into a big trade. Cable's going to make new highs. It's going to diverge. I don't know if Aussie's going to make a new high or not, but back under 66 would be the same type of situation for a much lower Aussie. Yen, there were a few words spoken that they can intervene anytime. I don't think this is the top because of how strong the 4 hour is. Plus, we never made a new high. We didn't take out this high of 157.89. That was 78. That was 74. So new highs haven't been made yet. I think the intervention will come at higher levels. If I wanted to trade it gun to head, I'd buy this pullback at 6.5 with maybe like 50 pip stops and look for one more high. Remember, there's not a law that you have to trade. So this 97.80 level is the same type of scenario for the dollar, which it's coming off from it as 117 is in the euro. So are we going to make a new low for a third? Something I talked about that was a possibility. And while this is going on, everything's going to be green, right? It's all one market. Weak dollar means strong everything else, usually. Stronger dollar usually puts pressure on assets. So we'll see if into the end of the year they're going to try and flush it for one more low. But just like the euro, we know the dollar will turn good up above this resistance line. See how it was important to the left? So a conservative way of getting long the dollar is let it do whatever it wants to do. And then you're getting long on it doing something right, unless you're like me and you want to try and get leads into the event and use it as an add-on. So that's the dollar. I wanted to talk about WTI. Its tensions increase with Venezuela getting a pretty nice pop out of here. We bought at this candle, did a little partial, took partials, and never got back to our stop. And I think we're in the driver's seat. I'm looking for, there's some resistance here and here, but I actually think we'll get above 62. I think it's going to happen pretty fast. I think it's going to happen January, February. And then if we get through 62, we're looking at, upper 60s, mid 70s as possibilities. So crude looking pretty good. And it's doing that even with natural gas still under pressure. As it's going to be a warmer Christmas. Across the Midwest, no white Christmas, maybe rain. East Coast too, so nat gas, I think eventually it'll be a buy. Again, maybe we're going to retrace all the way to 340, but this is definitely a better looking chart, wouldn't you say? So if you want to be long energy, here's your pure play. Um, I think I wanted to talk about Bitcoin. Let's see, because it's starting to hold, but it's still within this underneath this bear flag that I have. See this bear flag that broke down and it's tested it a few times. So, we start getting through here, we could maybe rally to 100. But I still think you have to give the flag the benefit of the doubt and the confirmed low. Something that'll give you a bit of a maybe market tell, both a turn in gold and a turn in Bitcoin, and you probably want to wait for this. This is your Bitcoin gold ratio chart. So you can see how well gold's been doing while Bitcoin's been doing lousy. But look, we're going to start diverging down here to where Bitcoin might be a decent buy against gold. So we'll see. Maybe gold has another 100. Let's take a quick look. I can't do anything yet. Silver looks pretty pegged here. Oh, I did want to mention copper because I know a lot of people that are bullish precious metals are also bullish copper. Just want you to look at this 4-hour formation. This to me looks like a sell. Here's drive one, here's drive two, here's drive three. Maybe we get a little three up here, but I'd be selling strength in copper. And that's a wrap, everyone. Don't overtrade. It's a partial week. Guarantee you the markets will be here after New Year's. Make sure your equity is. Check in on the room. See what I'm doing in here. I posted, quite a few things in here today. Mike's pretty busy posting, but you go to the Discord room and you just take a look around. You'll see my analysis pops up on this page. And if I have trading ideas, I put them out there. I'm trying an S&P short, still long WTI. And then Mike's at it with option flow. Look at this, JPMO. So it looks like there's a lot of bulls. What a surprise. Hey, we'll see if they could hold everything together through year end. That's the way it looks to me, but I'm attempting an S&P short with a 30 handle stop. We'll see what happens. Good hunting. Enjoy this holiday season. Tell the people that you care about that you do. They're not mind readers. And recharge your battery and stop thinking about the markets in your head when you're not even, in front of your workstation. Let it go and refresh. 2026, I'm hearing guys compare it to what happened in the 60s. So those were pretty wild markets. Um, I wasn't involved until the 70s. All right, guys, and I wasn't. I was still, getting my driver's license or something back then. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll talk to you. I'll be here again tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But WTI is probably my highest conviction trade right now. Adios.